finding annoying pests on your plant, or watching it wilt no matter how many products you throw at it? Not to worry, because in this video, we're going over a solution that works just as well, if not better, using nothing but ingredients you already have at home. And the final result is going to surprise you. As you can see, this pepper plant is in fairly decent shape with a lot of potential, but it's showing some early signs of stress that we need to deal with. Up top, the new growth is lush, upright, and already forming flower buds, which is actually a great sign. It means this plant is mature and it's ready to start fruiting. But look lower down. The bottom leaves are yellowing, there's some mottling, and a bit of brown spotting starting to show. That combination usually points to one of two things: a nutrient deficiency, most likely nitrogen or magnesium, or early overwatering that's messing with how the roots absorb nutrients. And on top of that, the soil itself looks pretty dense, which could be choking off airflow to the roots. Now, to start with the solution, we're going to add in 1 to 2 teaspoons of used coffee grounds. And these contain a good amount of nitrogen, along with potassium, magnesium, and other trace minerals. All things this plant is actively asking for right now. Then fill the jar with clean water, about enough to cover the grounds completely. And the last ingredient we're adding in is a teaspoon of sugarcane syrup. This helps feed the beneficial microbes already living in the soil, which in turn breaks down nutrients faster and makes them easier for the plant to actually absorb. It's also rich in trace minerals like potassium and magnesium, giving the plant a direct boost on top of everything the coffee's already doing. After about an hour, give it one last good stir to make sure everything is fully infused. The coffee, the sugarcane syrup, all of it evenly mixed through the water. Then we're going to strain everything out. Just pour it through a fine mesh strainer, or even an old cloth works fine, and separate the liquid from all the coffee grounds and any leftover residue. What you're left with is a clean, nutrient-rich liquid, ready to go straight onto the plants.
Now we're going to add a bit more water to dilute the concentration. You don't want to hit the plant with this at full strength, especially with it already under some stress. Diluting it down helps the plant get the benefit of all those nutrients without the risk of overwhelming the roots.
With the solution ready, pour it into a watering can. Nice and simple. No special equipment needed. And now, after all that prep, we're finally ready to put this to work on the plant. This is the part where everything we just made actually gets to do its job. To start, we need to remove any wilting or damaged parts of the plant. Any leaves that are yellowing, curling, or clearly on their way out. Go through it carefully and take those off first. So once they're gone, the plant can actually focus everything it's got on new growth, instead of trying to save something that's already too far gone. Then we're going to gently loosen the soil around the base. Just use your fingers or a small tool to break up that top layer without disturbing the roots. Remember we talked about this earlier? The soil was looking pretty dense, which chokes off airflow to the roots. Loosening it up now opens up those air pockets again. Help the solution actually soak down properly instead of just pooling on top and running off. Finally, sprinkle a bit of charcoal into the soil. These act like tiny little sponges throughout the mix. They're highly porous, so they improve airflow and drainage around the roots, help prevent that waterlogged, compacted soil we saw earlier, and they even have some natural antifungal properties, helping keep root rot and mold from creeping back in. Just a light sprinkle worked into the top layer is enough. You don't need much. We're going to start by watering around the base with regular water first. This helps settle the soil after loosening it and gets everything nice and moist before we bring in our solution. You always want to water first with plain water. Now, using our solution, we're going to water the base. And I mean, really take your time with this part. Pour it slowly, working your way around the entire base of the plant, so every section of soil gets an even amount, not just one side. You want it to soak down deep, past that top layer we just loosened, all the way down to where the root system actually lives, because that's where it's going to do the real work. This is the moment everything we've done up to this point has been building toward. The coffee grounds are going to start feeding nitrogen and those trace minerals straight to the roots. The sugarcane syrup is going to kick the beneficial microbes in that soil into gear, helping them break everything down even faster. And that charcoal we worked in is going to keep the whole environment aerated and protected while all of that happens. After 4 weeks of applying this solution consistently, take a look at the transformation. The leaves are a deep, vibrant green all the way from the top to the bottom of the plant. No more yellowing, no more mottling, no more spotting. The stems are sturdy and upright, holding themselves up without any drooping. You can see fresh new growth pushing out at multiple points, and the flower buds we saw earlier have actually gone on to set fruit. Little peppers are starting to form and develop. The soil itself looks completely different too. Loose, dark, and healthy instead of that dense, compacted mess from before. This plant went from struggling to genuinely thriving, using nothing but things most people already have sitting in. And in general, this solution isn't just limited to pepper plants. You can apply this exact same method to pretty much any plant that's showing similar signs of stress. The nitrogen from the coffee, the microbial boost from the sugarcane syrup, and the aeration from the charcoal, those benefits apply across the board, whether you're dealing with tomatoes, herbs, or your average houseplant. So if you've got something else at home that's been struggling, don't throw it out. Try this first. And that's it for today's video. If your plant is currently sitting in the corner looking like it's given up, give this a shot first. Let me know in the comments how it turns out for you. I genuinely read every single one, and I'd love to hear your results. And if this video helped, hit like and subscribe. It costs you nothing, and it helps this channel keep growing, so I can keep making more of these. All right, that's a wrap. Go save your plant, and I'll see you in the next one.